Young Nigerians.
From the heart of Delta State, you are tuned in to SRTV Asaba.
Yo, a very good morning to you guys. Very good morning. It's Friday, the 21st of August, 2026. The year is gone. It's gone, man. And we should be happy that we are alive. We're here to share moments with one another. So let's enjoy it. 2 days ago, the day Nigeria officially lifted the campaign trail for the 2027 election. Meaning from that day, it is legally allowed for contestants to come out and tell us what they plan to do. In fact, they'll start to solicit for our votes, which is fair enough. So they'll be coming with different things. I've seen a little bit of a controversy this morning on what the former Vice President Atiku said, that in his time, he has plans for oil. Now, if it becomes this and that, it's going to reverse the oil subsidies and going to do it differently and all that. That's a good one. And I'm your President Tinubu will say, listen, follow me. I've been taking you on the right track. We are on the journey to recovery. Fair enough. I'm sure Bodo will say, look at my work. I've done all the great things in the world. Look at Delta State. It's different now. Whichever one you choose, whichever one, it is left to us to ask the right questions. And that's what I'm going to try and put in the minds of very many Nigerians that bother to watch this show today, that it is time we ask the right question. And it's a deep topic. Before I go into that, I just want to say something. As somebody from the Niger Delta, I'm deeply offended with some of the things happening in the country. You know why? I ask myself, if the Yoruba man, if you are the one that have oil, Nigeria would have broken up today. You hear me correctly? If it's the Hausa man that have this oil, they would have broken away long ago. Even the Igbo is still fighting to break away without oil. Already the Igbo say we are part of course, Igbo will say, no, Biafra. Yes, Niger Delta is part of Biafra. But are you for us or you are for yourself? So who are we? You are your wife? Anybody just take us and bang us? Is that who we are? Hello? Listen, I'm offended. The reason I'm not talking about this is because I strongly believe in something unique in the United States of Africa. Otherwise, in an article I just released this morning, which I actually shared with the highest chief in my community, and for those of you that follows me a little bit, will know that I shared this image this morning. I titled it "The Blood in Our Soil." In this little article, I traced the journey of the Nigerian state till now. For those of you that knows me, you know this is what I stand for. Let me just quickly recap it before we enter the main topic of today, and it is important. I said it all started with the Land Act of 1978. This is what happened. The British came to Nigeria. They came, and of course, you can't just go there. They do things by law. They civilize people. So they look for the right law that will enable them extract oil and take back to England. So they enacted the Land Act of 1978, which says that you, the inhabitants, your custom and tradition, that common law which they have in England, will no more be applied to what is under your soil. You can live in the land. You can take permission to live in your land. It's your land. But anything under the soil belongs to the government. That was what the British did to enable them to take oil back to England. And you can understand the British. They came to exploit. They were like armed robbers, gonna take what you have. But they did it legally. That's why they're civilized people. They are not the one that put the gun on your head. So they want to do it the civilized way. So they enacted this law. From that day, what we have under our soil no more belongs to us. It belongs to the government of Nigeria, who was then, the government of Nigeria was then the Queen of England. It was here because there was no government in Nigeria. Every government in Nigeria was subordinate to the Queen then. So I want you to understand this difficult history. Then Nigeria got independent in 1960. One would have thought that, oh, that primitive law or that barbaric law or that oppressive law from the British would have been abolished. We should have repealed it. Except that as of today, this act still prevails. Our land still belongs to the government. We are looking at money being sucked from our soil. We have nothing to show for it. Can you weep for me and weep for my children? Now, this is so bad. Let me explain this. Because I'm a deep researcher in this field right now. The annoying part of it is now, they said they now made a new law, which is the Petroleum Industry Act of 2021. And they said, oh, we're going to give them 3% towards community development. You know what? That 3% we don't even see. In fact, the transparency in that 3% of the operational cost of the companies is opaque. We don't see it. Now, the Nigerian government are good. You know, the government we have always had so far have been very good at what? They've been political managers. They know how to maneuver us. Tinubu is an expert in this. Obasanjo did it. The all Nigerian government, even the good luck Jonathan, he couldn't. He couldn't say, no, I'm from the Niger Delta, we're going to do a change now. No. No. You know what they're going to do? Good luck of all people could not say this oppressive law. I'm going to see Good Luck. The first thing I'm going to ask him is this question. Good Luck, the Land Act of 1978, what did you do about it? You were president of this country for how long? All you did is you went to secure peace in the Niger Delta by going to visit Tompolo, telling Tompolo to hands up so that you can be president, vice president, and eventually president. But what brought these children to the creek? You didn't address it. Today, the oil is still pumping out daily. The people are getting poorer and poorer. And you know what? If it's only that, it's good. Sometimes there's serious environmental pollution. That the place we used to fish before we can no more fish. Our farmland has been polluted. Now, putting us in abject poverty, what do they give to us? Nothing. Of course, you know what they do? Now they're going to plant some little money and some stupid one among us. I say, hey, take this one. You see, those one can build a good house. Go and look at the community. They have good houses. The rest are dying. If you come to Ovade, go to Kokori, you will see what I'm saying now. I'm talking of Uroboland. Go to the Jolan and the Kideo. If you go to these places, only those who are now in tune with the government, of course, you know, the government will always, you know, I always say there will always be, how do you call them? The House Negro. The House Negro will play cool with the government, and they are the ones that are collect this little percentage of money that come from this, and they have good houses. They are happy. They have married. They are the big boys in community. They call them big names from our collective sweat. The question I asked you, do you that community fool? I'm coming on. Because we'll go settle this matter one day. When I get locked and not the home, either you for don't kill me or I for don't kill you, I for put you for prison, or you for don't kill me. Because you're a big fool. So now this is what we see. That's within the community. But let me look at the overall picture. You know what the federal government is doing? They've been able to manage us well. If you come to Ogara, any of this area, what you're going to see is naval base. Go to this Niger Delta. What you're going to see there is prominent naval base. If you go to Ogara, you see a big one. And I say, who are these people? They are there protecting us. Have you seen the Navy man protect you? If they want to protect you, the police is what that protects you. It's there to guard Nigerian oil for them. That is what Ibori brought. And they say, I don't know whether it's Ibori that brought it, so I don't want to blame you here. But you guys are not dumb now. You are not stupid. To know that the naval base is to protect Nigerian oil for them. Now they did very well. They now know that Tompolo could be a problem. Yeah, Tompolo, yeah, come and manage, come and guide this pipeline so that your mind can be quiet. Now, with 4 billion naira coming to Tompolo every month, the only threat they have has been subdued. Tompolo is not calm. It's not singing on your mandate, we shall come. I weep for my children. You know the funniest thing? Now the hungry kings, they will not go to Tompolo. Tompolo will give them small money. Our collective destiny has been sold. You know why I've never even declared a new Niger Delta Republic? Because my hero really, my hero in all this, I didn't want to share his image this morning, but I have to. My hero is Isaac Boro. Let me ask you people in the Niger Delta today, is this what Isaac Boro fought for? Tompolo, is this what Isaac Boro fought for? Iborioma Agege, you, this senator, Ede Dafinone, is this what Isaac Boro fought for? The man died. Blood was shed for this. Is this what he fought for? I'm only asking so that prosperity will judge us. I can't change it. Most of you are very lucky that I don't have the power, I don't have the means to turn things around right now. But I'm going to make your life uncomfortable in any way I can. Trust me, I will make you a very unhappy man when my time comes. So you can destroy as much as you destroy now. Nobody can ask you questions. Nobody is there to query you. But it's a difficult time. The day of reckoning is coming. Nigeria is at a crossroad. That all I hear today is how they're going to manage the oil. How they're going to spend the oil. Oboriwori is spending oil money. Oboriwori on a good day have the right to spend oil money because the money is coming from here. But has even asked the question I'm asking. Today is a day to ask the right question. And the right question is not going to be convenient for anyone. Not for you, not for the Nigerian state. But I'm not going to ask that kind of question today. I'm going to try and ask a more intelligent question as one Nigerian. I know, because if I ask this difficult question, they probably kill me quick. So let me be subtle. Let me ask the one that everybody can say listen to. Because if I ask the main question, they will say me the kid are Christian. The kid are man. Killer. So let me try and ask the simplest of all questions. So that's what I'm going to do. So today, rather than facing this difficult topic, I'm going to shelve it. It's not forgotten. I'm going to put it in the shelf. And I'm going to ask the kind of government we should be asking for. So, Boro, we're all loyal to you. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for dying for us. And even if your people don't know now, if those of us that didn't appreciate what you did for us, a day will come. Our children will remember what you did. They will not be as cheap as we are. They will not be as hungry as we are. They will be more educated and they will ask the right question. What did Isaac Boro actually die for? And you know what is so funny here? The oil is still going. The oppression remains. The only difference is our leaders now have been bought over. I know the battle is strong. The kids carry Sarowa because of this. I shared this image this morning. This is what Sarowa always said. The oil you are taking from the land. They said he was a murderer. They hung him. But look at the images. We no more have a place to farm. Our fish are dead. We are now keke riders. The money is in Abuja. They are shining. Look at Tinubu. The question I asked Tinubu, the money you are spending, where is it coming from? If na Yoruba man get oil, you will never break the country. That your Isaac Boro when he won't break away. Tell him make he break away. You see, the other way, if now I get oil, when I don't break away since. Listen, you guys don't. In fact, my people are my anger. Una won't be Delta, Niger Delta people. Una be poor. cheat. If I cheat, when come up for you, better personal. If you know it, if you kill you, may they kill you. Somebody's taking oil. Hey, when I say money, serious money from your soil. Is it true that you don't know? They give you 3%. 3% insult. This is the best the Nigerian government has ever come to do. 3%. Otherwise, it has been fake MOU till now. Come on, man. It's a point, and Nigerian government are not even worried that the time will come that these people will revolt. Oh, you're going to kill all of them? You better be careful, man. Because one bad guy will go to America and say, okay, listen, we're going to give you our oil. Come and break Nigeria away from us. It's going to come. The reason I'm not supporting that kind of movement is I believe in the United States for Africa. I believe that when Africa come together, we're going to be able to speak as a black man in the rest of the world. That is what is stopping me. Not your stupidity, Tinubu. It's not this stupid government you guys are running in Nigeria. It's shameful. And being a part of this generation makes me sick. But that's not the topic of today. Let's go to the real question of today. Let's deal with this one. Let's deal with this very one. And you know what come out? Boro no one leave that place. So. All right, let's do this. You see, my people, today, when they say they are running for offices, what are they doing? I don't understand why only one image. This image refused to leave my platform. Okay, good. So I'm able to move to Boriwori. He refused to leave Boro. Boro refused to leave. Even though I wanted to ask the central question, but let me just put it this way. Put your mind out of the discussion. Let's talk as Nigerians now. Because first I talk about a divided Nigeria. Now let's talk about the common Nigeria. That's still why I'm here. I still believe in common Nigeria. And for those of you that see an Igbo man as somebody who cannot be Nigerian president, a time will come, that chance will not be there. Because if you don't see us, not that the Igbo will be more fair to us, the Igbo will even oppress us, but if you don't see us as Nigerians and you are eating upon my corn, like Bob Marley said in the Crazy Ball Head, we're going to chase you out of town. Meaning we're going to chase you out of the Niger Delta. You don't want that. Because there's not going to be how long you're going to take oil from our soil and we'll continue to say, I'm loyal, sir. A time will come, people like Tompolo, their eyes will open again. And that time they might have enough money. They might not be exposed to idiots like us who will now negotiate dangerous things at the detriment of the United States of Africa. I don't want to do that. Because I know the future is still in the United States of Africa, not a divided Nigeria. The only reason I'm still here. The only reason I keep Nigeria in my soul. Otherwise, Nigeria is a shame. Nigeria does not favor me. It is of no use for me. You guys are taking oil from my backyard and have nothing to show. But that's not the point. Let's talk about United Nigeria. I'm trying to go away and the anger is pushing me back. Come on, Daddy, please. Relax. Sit up. Let's talk about Nigeria. Today, let's talk about how we're going to save Nigerian democracy. Still asking the right question. Still in the same line of asking the right question. Let me put it this way. Let me remove this image so that it will allow me to put other ones. Hopefully, I've removed that image from the broadcast. Oh, is it too? Remove this one. And this is the one I want to share with you. You see, when these people are now coming and say, vote for me again, what are you asking? What are they saying? Are they saying, vote for me? Nigeria is going to be among the G8 nation? Or vote for me so that I can give you bridges. Let me show you a Boriwori revision. Because, and to be fair to him, you cannot blame Boriwori. There are two here. Look at what Boriwori can see on the right-hand side. You see where he put his hand? He can construct road. He can construct that kind of bridge. Look at these things. They're good, right? Yeah, they're very good. This is what the man can see. But if you look at the other side, what I presented on the other side, you can see that the truth is the green. You look at the green element of it. We can be a $1 trillion economy. with lots of employment, with lots of industries. You see, I can see refinery there. I can see, oh God, I can see tourism element. All these things are possible in the same Delta state. Is Oboriwori going to tell you now that it's going to create this kind of data, or it's going to give you more bridges? If Oboriwori come back and say this is what we do, Muna beat up. Because this one is cheap ideology. And the reason I say this, Oboriwori, I know you'll be angry. I say, Governor Oboriwori, what is our return on our investment? All the money you have been earning, that's the question. That's the right question to ask. All the money that have come to Delta State, what have you done with them? And how is that going to benefit us in the future? In an economy that is coming up, all you do is you construct bridges, construct road, over budgeted. Buy. If God cash you, go buy now. Even God wanted to say it go buy now. But you guys are lucky. You are misbehaving, doing and undo. If not, what can Oboriwori say he has done with all the money that have come to Delta State from 3 years till now? You can't show me one industry that is bringing money to Delta State. Not one. You know what Oboriwori said? We are generating more internal revenue. And I'm asking myself, from where? This is no joke. From where? But if you look at this side, this is what Oboriwori could have done. And we'll be pursuing $1 trillion economy today. I'm not talking of Naira. $1 trillion economy today. Who told you it's not possible? I can see somebody say, how? Who told you it's not possible? Now, let me tell you. And when I say ask good, reasonable question, this is exactly, I put this presentation, and I'm going to use it a lot and a lot and a lot. Please, those of you who have not read, go and read about this man, Nasser of Egypt. When he became the leader, he said, I am going to make Egypt the Japan of the Middle East. Oh my God. Write it down. He said so. That is going to make Egypt the Japan of the Middle East. Meaning they're going to be productive. Japan is one of the most productive nations on earth. What's his vision? Let me ask you first. Is that Oboriwori's vision? Is Oboriwori saying he's going to make Delta State the Japan of the Niger Delta? Has Tinubu said he's going to make Nigeria the Japan of my people, this is time. Thank God they are coming back again. It's time to ask the right question. That's why I'm doing this show today. It's very, very, very timely. It's time to ask them, Oga, where are you taking us to? Because if not that's your bridge, if not that your Lagos Calabar Road, Oga, you are not coming back. Now it is time to sit down and talk with the leaders. And if we don't, then this is our fault. It's not their fault. I want to repeat. If we don't question the people on this right way, it will be our fault, not your fault, not their fault. And I'm going to prove that to you today, that I can tell you today, one of the images I generated that is not here now is how journalists praise them. Journalists are supposed to ask this kind of intelligent question. What they're doing, they're going to just collect some envelope and they're going to praise them. You know, see no more journalism in Nigeria. Even the kings who are in a position to ask questions, these difficult questions, they are what? Governor Sinu could come on. You know, so when we go meet governor, with the carry envelope come back. Have you seen what religious leaders are doing now? Of course, they don't kick you, they don't poke our hands for night for on Sunday finish. They go leave us for state, make the poke us for Monday to Saturday. On Sunday, they go blast the remaining part of our hands. That's what our religious leaders are doing. Today, not today. At the end of the day, we are not asking the question of the day. The question of the day is, who among our leaders is saying they want to make us the Japan of the Western Africa? Who want to make Nigeria the Japan of Africa? Who said so? Or does the Bureau have that vision? Then first, the Bible said, you see, guys, you guys play with the Bible. The Bible said first, you confess salvation and you believe unto righteousness. So this that the Christ is telling you today, that if I become Nigerian president, I don't know whether I've said it enough, I will make Nigeria among the G8 nations by the year 2045. And the journey starts now, not tomorrow, now. Oh God, yeah. And if I see, I'll be going to work with that joy that this is my journey and I'm going to put my people there. You see, Moses went to work with a journey. He's going to the promised land. My people, what is our journey? To build bridges. Wait, Oborori, is that the journey? Go build more bridges. Oh, yeah, let's tell us. Let's go and construct more bridges. Terrible, let's construct more. These people are sick. Let me get rid of them. Go, you should be ashamed. Go and ask what this guy did. NASA, look inside. This is what I want to see. This is why I've said it again and again on this show. I think you guys, those that watch my show in the coming days, in the last few days when I've seen this, NASA saw an opening. Before this time, it was the British that will buy their curtains, will make clothes, make the correct wool and sell to them. You know what was happening? The Egyptians were hungry, British were very fat. The British were doing the same thing with India. They collected cottons, wool, all those cottons from us, and they will make those fine clothes and sell to us. Now this is what. So the industry was in Britain. So what happened? The industries in Britain are growing fat. We are growing thin. NASA said no. We're not selling our cotton. We're going to open mills and we're going to start making those cotton wool, this wool. In the next few years, India and Egypt were having the best in this clothing. British factory closed down. They did not fight. They only choose a destiny that is good for them. Let me ask you this. The petrol that is in our land, which is what I'm talking about, that I'm angry with, that is making them unable to misbehave, not that they know, not that they own it anyway. Are you refining it? Or you are still giving it to the West so that they refine and sell to you? Just like what was happening before NASA intervention. This is a question we should be asking, my people. And any leader that is not mentally and physically equipped to take us on this journey, drop him now. So when I say I don't want Oborori to come back, I'm not joking. Oborori, you are lucky because I can't see any opposition. But if I have my way, you won't come back. Not because of anything, sir. Because you have this myopic ideology. It's too low. I can't stand it. Look at what this man did for Egypt. Oborori, you are on a point to make history. But you are busy. You work out like first we get belay. You carry here, you go, God. Sorry, how do you expect a man like me to be celebrating? It will be a cost on my people if I celebrate the government of Oborori. And it's not, and Oborori, it will probably, even if I celebrate you, you're going to give me some money. My office in Asaba is struggling. I'm going to be better off, but I don't need your money, sir. Because I will spend that money and Delta State will remain what it is. My children will still suffer. It better I stand on my own and kick your ass as much as I can. And I'm going to kick it, sir. Trust me, I'm even nice now. If you start your second tenure, you will not have peace. You're going to know what is called pressure. You know why? That is the right question I should be asking. That is the right question the journalists in your state should be asking. That is the right question our traditional rulers should be asking. It's the right question the youth will be asking. It's the right question that communities like Urobo UPU should be asking. They have they've already endorsed you because they are looking for cheap money and their destiny is ruined. I cannot help them. That's why I say to them, I'm not coming. I'm not going to be part of you. Not because I don't think it's worth it, but because the leadership is blind. You can't continue to lead us this way. Buriwori is a failure. I'm not vex. And I'm rude. Yes, when I see my face, now that the Chris with this, it's a total failure. We don't need this kind of government. And whatever you guys have to say is, I have already presented to you how a country can turn around, how Delta State can be turned around. If Buriwori listen, I share the image again and again on this side. Only agriculture can turn Delta State economy around. We don't even need oil. We don't even need the oil. Only agriculture can turn the state around. God gave us everything. I'm not talking of only even crops. Fishing alone, we are blessed. With 12 universities, with ranches everywhere, Buriwori is a coward. You are a weak father. You're not supposed to be piloting the affairs of Delta State. I promise you, if I have my chance, you will not get one vote. But you're gonna get it. So listen, I'm not deceiving myself. They're gonna vote you back. I'll be here watching. But I will say my own. In fact, as I'm going into the grave, I will still be saying the truth. You are not a leader. You're one of the biggest disgraces of our time. You know why? Because you don't get it. In a Delta State that can be producing food, a $1 trillion US economy. Now they share 5 million, 2 billion naira. And that is the language they speak. You surrounded yourself with the same people that ruin Okowa government. From them, this your only one guy there is so important to na big hero guy. I will begin digging into the government of Buriwori one by one. But there's one I know. Very one, making it guy face me, I'll face you. You know, he say, I senior you boy, you're a small boy. I don't know when you even get your HND. But you the day I go face you, I'm talking of the one, the so-called commissioner for information. Only in our commissioner for information, only in our commissioner for works. Okowa put our commissioner for works because now there the money they go. Now works now there they do the bridge now. So now they put on there. Made they submit to Okowa. Then in our commissioner for communication. The guy got all the small, if they the contract of communication company, they do all. So Delta State cannot even revive our TV station. They go to channels, they go to Arise. Anything that concerns Delta State, you see it on Arise. Pay millions of money. Meanwhile, the local television who's supposed to serve us, they're dead. And the journalists are smiling with Buriwori. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That you don't have a TV station in your state. NUJ, what are you guys doing? I'm going to write a letter to you, to the chairman. Probably senior you, big boy. But I will officially write to you out of respect. And I'll ask this difficult question. If you people will be in Delta State, that you don't even have a TV station to broadcast. I don't know how many TV stations that is really broadcasting in Delta State. I've been there. Listen, I know of DBS Asaba and Wari. They are dead corners. With all the facilities, so what we have in DBS alone in Asaba, channels don't have it. But channels is producing good content. DBS is dead. You know, you guys need to do your research. This is why I said, all these young people graduating today, we guys need to find out, go and research why, how can this be happening, so that you can propose solution to government. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why Delta State will have 2 big TV stations. I know Ebori even built some of the other, I know Ebori built AIT because AIT was in control of AIT then, and then we have some NTA station in the same state, controlled by us. None of them is alive. Meaning the future of our children in journalism is dead. We're relying on channels and Arise Television. You see this campaign now, it's going to be Arise and channels. When they are coming, you know it's big money. Otherwise, Mopeno, they come. You know, come interview you. Shame on you. You are a disgrace. Now me go finish. Now, if I do not go get problem with me, when I pray this sort of, if I not die, una get wahala for hand. Una get one for hand. Because you guys are toying with the future of children. That the Christ is here to cut it off. I'm going to say no. Oboriwori is one of the biggest shame of our time. And he's not coming back, but he's going to come back. He's coming back. I can't do anything about it. So what do we do, people? Should we apologize to Oboriwori? Should we beg him to Oboriwori, go and read about Nasser of Egypt? He said he wants to turn Egypt to be the Middle East, the Japan of the Middle East. Oboriwori, can you make a statement in this your new campaign, please? And if you hear that, you see me here, I'll be happy. First, confess it. Come up with a visionary statement of where you're taking Delta State to. Now you're going to make Delta State a $1 trillion US economy. I've helped you, yes, sir. Tell us that, listen, I'm going to make Delta State a $1 trillion US economy by the time I leave office. So in the next 4 years, it's no joke. This is what we're going to do. But if I swear, if you say that thing, and even if once you say it, if I see verse for you, if I see say anything bad about you, make thunder fire me. But if it is not to construct more bridges like Okowa, you go follow Okowa go. You see where Okowa they end up now. Okowa is struggling for his life. Because if another government come, Okowa will go to prison. Okowa, not be me talking, they say 1.3 trillion in your hand. Not be me talking, go ask EFCC. Abi, if I tell me I go open book for you, I know how to talk of I know law when we reach that place. And now I will come know all the law when I not feel use take when I dey office. And God go answer. Kowa, your village not get oil. Me in my village get oil. And at the oil and at the share so. So I have every right to be angry. Ole, this is a Kwebolo man. This is our governor. Now I know open eye among all of them. And I'm going to explain this. For all the bad things you guys have to say about Ibori, Ibori could ask questions, he could see. He wasn't a lawyer. This one's not a lawyer. Ibori was asking for the federal government of Nigeria. We want more. The oil taken from our land, we want more. They were negotiating for 25%. They were negotiating for 50%. That was Ibori negotiation. This money that is coming from here, we want more of it. And let me say how Ibori did that. Mukuna asked me, they were not fighting, no, they were negotiating. Oboriwori, if you start that movement today, nobody will go start. Nobody will go bring international community behind you. Not be all the whole Delta State go there behind you. They follow you on the struggle. We know the journey is going to be hard. Why are you a leader? No, you will never hear that from Oboriwori. He doesn't even know anything about that. Maybe he knows he's scared. Maybe you'll be community leader or you'll be youth leader. Which one will be your own inside? Because now so they tell me, make I say I write rubbish. Say you will not be community leader, you'll be youth leader. I don't know which one. Bam. I'll sing one song for this Nigerian state. We're gonna chase those crazy boyhead out of town. Chase those crazy boyhead out of the town. You see, I plan the campaign, and I plan the corn. With my people before me, we slave for this country. Now you look me with a scorn, and you eat upon my corn. We're gonna chase those crazy boyhead out of town. You see, Bob Marley sang, oh, Bob Marley, you see. He said, we're gonna chase those crazy boyhead out of town. He said, God, they destroy. He said, that God will they kill them out of town. That's what you do. That's what you get when you push people to the wall. We in the Niger Delta has been pushed to the wall. The Nigerian people as it is has been pushed to the wall. Tinubu does not get it. My anger with Tinubu's government, my anger with Oborewori's government, is not because they are stealing money. Get it right. My anger is they don't have the vision. They've not been able to take us anywhere. Nasser of Egypt, he had a vision to turn Egypt to the Japan of the Middle East. And he did so. Hello? Look at India. They have a vision. Today, they are among the developed nations. They have their nuclear power. You can't try India anyhow now. Nobody can bomb India. India go release for you. Hello? These countries were colonized by the same British. Don't blame the British government now. The British are gone. If you don't call them, they won't come. They are gone. The same way they left India. They left Egypt. They've left many countries. They left America. Those countries are surviving. What is happening to you is because of people like Oborewori. People like Tinubu. They are actually the problem we have. Not because they are wicked. No. Not because they are corrupt. No. Because they don't get it. So in this dispensation, now that the campaign is here, we need to ask the right question. Does this man have it? Then let's listen to them. Put Oborewori down, journalists of Delta State. Put Tinubu down, journalists in Nigeria. Ask Baba, where are we going? When are we going to be among the G8 nation? If he doesn't know, ask that question. Because now, we hear every day. This is how I talk. I would like to think simple, sir. If I'm there, you guys will have a problem. I'll say, listen, I think simple. I'm like a stupid layman, so forgive me, sir. So my question is this, and I'm going to put the question to them here now. And the question is, I want every journalist to ask now, and every community leader to ask, and every youth to ask. And this one is simple. So I've heard a lot that there is G7 nation. And what I found out is they are very rich people. They have money. They're developed. I don't know how they got there, but they got there. The last time I checked, they told us that Nigeria have huge mineral deposits, when we have natural resources and have human resources. What are you doing? Or what will you do as the president of Nigeria to take us to be like those G7 nations? Ask the president that simple question. Ask Oborewori. We know we cannot be among, put the Oborewori picture there. You know you are just a governor, so you cannot be compared to the whole Nigeria. But some countries are smaller than us. Slovenia, where I got married before I stayed for 5 years, they are smaller than us. Can you ask? Please ask. What can we do to be bigger than Germany? Because the last time I checked, we have more natural resources than Germany. We have young people than Germany. We are in a better position, well placed than Germany. Oborewori, what are you going to do in the next 4 years to begin to pursue that vision? We're not saying you must get there today. You see, my people will not even started. And with this kind of leaders, we're going nowhere. It is time to ask the right question. Now, if you see what is going on in the country, and that's why people like us is very sad, is Oyibo will come. They will drill oil from the Niger Delta, take the oil away. They will pay Nigerian government some small money. That's what they are using to masturbate. Build a little bit of some little things in Abuja. Instead of planting the money. Because one would have expected that the oil money that would have come now, they will now use it in agriculture, using this thing. Before you know, in a few years, Egypt didn't have what we have now. Egypt actually was oppressing their own people. Go and look. In case of China, They took everything by force. They seized all the mills. They said, you cannot have a mill, you cannot have a mill because you are stupid. They took all the mill and they built hundreds and hundreds more. And from that day, they become a cotton making nation. They overtook England in few years. In just 8 years, they were in charge. Now we are in a better position. We don't need to do only for cotton. We can do for all areas of manufacturing. We can do it in the movie industry. Thank God our young people are doing well in music already. Fashion is our own. Manufacturing will be us. We have the market. They don't even have. They'll be looking onto us. Sir, tell us why we are not among the G7 nations. That's a legitimate question. And until you have the leader that's going to do that, we're going nowhere. Don't deceive yourself. We're not going to get anywhere. And we can be as emotional, we can be angry, we can fight. We're not going to get anywhere. So our problem, let me repeat, it's not corruption. Our problem is, yes, lack of productivity, but not every productivity is even productive. Because by the time you say everybody go to farm, you see where leadership comes in. Oh, let's go to farm. Everybody can farm. Because somebody will not say, I'll give them money to go and farm. But what kind of farm are you sending them to go and farm? Oh, you see, like I said on my show again and again, 2 arms of people that will be making me money. The header and the farmers who's supposed to be making you serious money, they are the one fighting every day. And you are sitting down on your fat ass in Asaba. Coco answer you. You are a disgrace to the world leadership. And that's my problem. And I'm going to say it. I keep saying it until you are caught. Until you change. And I swear, if you change now, if I don't change my language on you, may God punish me. I have nothing against you. But I have serious issue with your style of leadership. You don't belong there. We are too blessed to have somebody like you leading us. And if I ever forgive Okowa before, I will never forgive him again now. Because he was saying, I thought he knew what he was doing. Now he pushed you on us. And you know one funny thing? I'm coming to the second aspect of the show now. And I wanted to start with Robo people. Robo people. That Okowa that time. What did you guys tell us? Okowa is the Ochuku of Robo Nation. Aye, Tiger, oh, Moses Tiger. God will bless you wherever you did. But can't answer the question today. When I was saying it, I said, this man is too rude. You guys sat on your ass in Owanuge. Now call Okowa, say, come and take the Ochuku of Robo Nation. Okowa Ochuku one. Now Okowa be on Ochuku. Can you see that una not get single thing here? That is what happened when you open your mouth and pass on wrong praises. God will take it on you, will judge you with it. Children coming will judge you with it. They will say that there was a time Okowa was said to be the Ochuku of Robo Nation. For what? Because those leaders were looking for how to feed their stupid stomach. So when we do that, Okowa will give us something. And he did. You don't care about the image or what you are planting. Okowa then make a mistake. He thought, okay, I was doing the right thing. I cannot blame him. If the blame now come on you, God will be holding you accountable. Because if you praise, I was praising a woman and said, he said that Chris, wait, you are making me begin to feel too special. I said, no, don't feel too special. You understand? Because when she feels too special, then she can begin to make mistakes. Tell her the truth. Make her a better person. And then, because if your praises is what that caused her to make mistake, the sin is on you. So let me put it this way. If Nigeria, we are in trouble and we're going to solve this now. Now, I'm coming to the praise singing now because that is the second part of my show today. You will see evil, you will cover it. That is how Urubu people, in all their infinite wisdom, got up and say, hey, Okowa, you are the Ochuku of Urubu nation. And I've been looking for the wisdom behind that. But those guys are gone now. Some of them are dead. But the iniquities, the sin they cause is still alive. Okowa is now suffering. Okowa made a lot of mistakes. His mistake is what we are now suffering. Of course, it's not the Ochuku. He gave us Oboriwori. Now, Oboriwori is the right leader again now. All of them are the president. The last time I checked, I'm going to share some images with you. And that is the one that comes to the next part of this segment of the show. It is really sad. And I know it's a very, very sad one. I don't think I will be forgiven if they see what I preached today. Nobody will forgive me. But do I really deserve forgiveness? I probably not. So I don't mind. So if you guys can deal with me, you guys have the right to deal with me. I won't blame you guys. But let's talk about this. Seriously, this is a serious matter. Let's take a look at this. When you praise somebody to stupidity, that person makes stupid mistake. The sin is on you. Let me repeat that. When you praise somebody to become stupid, the very sin that person commits is on you. I have done my best to correct Oboriwori. Anything Oboriwori does now, the sin is on him, not on me. I've spoken against Tinubu sincerely. Not because I think he's an evil man. I'm angry as an Urubu man that my oil is not, but that is not only Tinubu's issue. That's a structural Nigerian issue. We don't belong to that Nigeria. But okay, let's survive it because of Africa. We can live with that. But that Tinubu does not have the vision to lead Nigeria to anywhere. Okay, let me put it this way, so that you guys of you are getting confused. So why do I hate this man? I don't hate them. Nigeria is supposed to be among the better than the G7. We have the best of natural resources, the best of human resources, the best weather. We are well positioned to succeed than Japan, than America, than all these places. But we are behind. It's unacceptable because our leaders cannot see tomorrow. But you know what the guy of Egypt said? I'm going to make Egypt the Japan of the Middle East. Have you said that from your leaders? That's why they don't know. And yet you are praising them. Whatever sin they commit is on you. You know the people that are here now? Look at the cross-section of them. These are people that are most guilty of this. The Nigerian churches. Una don't use us finish. Instead of not to even keep quiet, yesterday I saw some of them. They went to go and line up with Oboriwori. I don't want to share your images, but you are a disgrace. Those of them when they go to church, more than enter church, more than take and swear for me. Swear, enter your church, swear. If the sin will come back on you, kill you and your generation. How can you use the name of God to do evil? If you sincerely believe that Oboriwori is a good governor, God will forgive you. But if you know that it's misleading, some of you don't really know, so you might still be forgiven. But if you go and praise this man because you want to get something from him, he's going to make the same mistake he's been making. And the whole country, the whole of the state will be suffering. The sin will be on you, religious leaders. Journalists, you are the #1 watchdog of the nation. Your job really is sacred. I feel so proud sometimes as a journalist because I can sit down and correct some ills in society sincerely. Because a journalist is somebody who's trained to query things and ask difficult questions so better, good things will come to community. So that evils will be removed from our society. If you see evil and you cover it, whatever happened, the sin is on you. Go and read your Bible. In fact, the law is even more lenient with those who don't know. Journalists, you knew that Nigeria could be a G8 nation. I don't know who taught you people. That's why I took my time on this last 2 days show to educate you how how Egypt became one of the biggest producers of Egypt cotton. How India turned their fortune around by creating mills and they were making cottons that could sell to the rest of Europe. How China became #1 producers of cotton. This one I have shared with you. What do you think? Why do you think that Nigeria could not be number one in that field? And now we're not talking of only cotton. We can be number one in agriculture, food production. We can be number one in petroleum engineering. We can be number one in the blue economy. We are too blessed to be poor. And are the journalists saying they don't see this? Are you saying you? Another people I'm going to talk to here today, I know say they go verse. And in fact, I'm not supposed to leave, sir, because if all these people, although they get power, where Mona enter on a shrine, Mona this way. The rest ones are the kings. You'll be surprised that a king will come to Oboriwori and begin to pray for him. God will bless you, my son. You are doing good work, and you know the man is not. Okay, in case you don't know now, sir, now begin to ask the right question. That's why I start to educate you people. In the past few days, I have opened so many worms, so many things. I've told you what a good leader is and what a stupid leader is. And if you don't get it, let me tell you some things. You know, all these things are things I've shared on this platform. And it hurts because it's like all I'm saying, it doesn't sink into your head at all. It's like everything you guys have already made up your mind, what you want to see. And I cannot support that. I'm just trying to see if I can share the image of the people that how they transform their nation. I'm looking at Egypt. Yeah, okay. The other ones are not even here. Let me look at pictures. Yes, I'm looking at the Indians. Let's talk about the Chinese. All right. See, these are all possible. These are all possible. Look at China. China, in few years, became the highest producers of cotton. How did they do it? The state, in fact, when I say the state, who made the state do it? A visionary leader. And Britain, that was controlling cotton. All their factories were folding up here. Chinese were the number one. Even today in the world, you now know that most of the factories in America, they are now in China. That is the vision of a leader that shoots to productivity instead of being praised. You guys are praising Oboriwori to death. Now they praise the man, make the man enter hell. As he's going to hell, some of his sin will be upon you. There is no excuse. There is no good reason for a traditional leader, a traditional ruler, who is not going to be hungry for the rest of his life. You have been made a king. You will never be hungry. Why praising rubbish? If you sincerely believe, may God forgive you. If not, I swear. Because you're just playing with the future of your children, of our children. So does that make sense? Because as you are praising Oboriwori and Tinubu in the wrong side, they individually, they think they are doing a great job. I can tell you, Oboriwori thinks he's doing a great job. Many people say, oh, you're attacking our governor. Yes, I'm attacking him. Because I think if I attack him, he's going to sit up. And if Oboriwori said he has not learned from me, he's a liar. I am here in London. I am doing my own part. Do your own part. Talk to him. Ask questions, especially the journalists. You know, let me repeat this. For those of you that don't know me, I've said it again and again on this platform, that I am an advocate of a state-led economy. You know, well, I'm not going to say many things again because I don't think I'm going to make sense. All right? Because some of them will not make sense. I'm a little bit too harsh. Let me withdraw most of my statement. But what I have said today, if you want to get to listen, listen. Our traditional rulers have no reason to praise Oboriwori if they don't believe he's doing the right thing. Because if you can pay deaf ear to it, that's why he's going to win the next election. And he's going to mislead you more. And it's not his fault. If we had corrected him, the man will learn from his mistake and begin to do the right thing. The same thing with Tinubu. Instead of telling her, where in the world can you be singing? Where in the world? Where in the Western world? They don't sing that to Donald Trump. Who have you ever seen Americans sing on a mandate which are come you out of your mind? Because that man will never learn. He will never learn. So Tinubu will never be able to learn from his mistakes because you're praising him. And the sin is not on the man, it's on you. So the Nigerian journalists, you sit down on your fat asses, you the traditional rulers that sit down and encourage Tinubu, even when you know he is a total failure. The sin is on you. In fact, the people I can talk about is why those people can even get away. In fact, if Michael go visit you tomorrow, those of you when they go church, Michael will visit you and will ask you why you're doing this. If you come, tell him that the Christ sent him to you. That I said my prayer has touched God and God sent somebody to you. That why are you praising Tinubu? Do you believe him? Do you believe? See, let me be clear. If you believe that Oboriwo is doing a great job and you go and praise him, may God bless you. Your sin is forgiven. So that's what you believe. But if you don't, and you just do that so that he will give you some money, the blood of our children, the people that are in hospital that are not treated today, those who are suffering, the bad school that is in our land today, the curse is on you. All those ones doesn't matter to me. Then what is really sad is the fact that we cannot become a world-class economy, that sin is on you, it's not on him. Because with me, Oboriwo will start production. If Oboriwo get two mad people, in fact, if you get 1,000 mad people like me, he not get peace. Let me repeat this. If Oboriwo get 1,000 mad men like that, the man will not sleep. Because I'm pumping from here, you are pumping from there, and we are saying the truth. We're not saying it because we hate him. We're saying it so that the society can move forward. If China could turn the same wool they were importing and now make it their own, and they become the number one, and Britain is now folding up, and we have more, we are in a better position to do better, and you are sitting on your fat ass as a leader, and you are praising him, how can God forgive you? You when they go church, how God will forgive you? You when be traditional ruler, how God will forgive you? You won't be students. Young people, now your future be this. How God will take you. They tell you when I come go sing. They sing on your mandate which I come. How will God forgive you? Your future is what you are not getting. Me, I'm going to do my own part. You know why I've still come here? I've said it again and again on this show. Oboriwo, I don't think I can stop you from being the governor because I don't have the resources to do so. But the small one I will do, I will do. You know, hopefully one day, the other person will understand. The other person will understand. And you know, you will easily lose election. And it's good for you if you will lose election because you don't need it. If you are there as a waste of space, it's better we don't have you there. It's better for God not to have you there. But you know the funniest thing, God is not going to change it. God, it's like, if you put girl for your wife, now God will come change her to boy. Now, when do you give your wife, now you go born? He don't concern God. So, there are certain things we expect God to come and do. God ain't going to do that, man. Wake up, my people. The time to do so is now. We're blessed. And we remain blessed. We are one of the most blessed nations on earth. But the blessing will become nothing if we don't stand up against these ills in our society. The truth is this. Tinubu is not the problem. Oboriwo is not the problem. Your councillors, your local government chairman, they're not the problem. The problem is actually you and me. That sit on the fence and say, yeah, we'll just let them be now. We'll just let them be. A whole traditional ruler will say, but what will go feed do? Are you serious? What will go feed do? A whole man of God, when you say they go church, they go sit down, wear trousers, they deceive fuck people wife. You say, what do you concern you? What do you go feed do? What do they do for that church? May God punish you. What are you doing there? Even a journalist that is trained, this is your job. We all can do better. You see, we have set up different groups. I've heard now, the young people in there, the young ones in Urobo, UPU, they have the eagle led by Blessed. Blessed, I don't know, say that like this you go do. I will not even support you that time. You make me vex. Blessed, that them Blessed go first and doors. You not go quiet. If you don't know self, you not go quiet. They know the seal. You people just use the name of us. Our name, oh, you people do something, you're using our name. Do you know what that means? That's why I reminded you people today. There was a time when I sit down there, when I said, Okowa, I be the Ochuko of Robo Nation. When I give her that medal, give her this, when I clap her. Now, Okowa with the blame. Okowa sin. Thank God Okowa is out now. He's on his own. They sleep with an edit. It's not concern him. Who is suffering it? When I say the sin is on you and your children, you say Okowa is out. The iniquities, the places Okowa would are supposed to take us to, he couldn't take us there now. Who is suffering? Is it Okowa or you? The sin is on you, sir. And you're ever going to listen to this funny thing. You're not going to send your child abroad, or you are even sick, they're going to carry you abroad for treatment. You go die on the way. But when they died on the way, the sin is on who? It's on you. Who are you deceiving? This is a country that is so blessed. And you see, that's why I say today, in case you have been doing it, maybe there's a time to repent. When you listen to me today, it's an opportunity to repent. And the repentance is this. Lord, I'm sorry I've done all the mistakes. Some of them I didn't know. Even when I know that ignorance is not an excuse. But now I know. I've listened to Daddy Chris today. And he said we can't be among the G7 nations. So from today, I'm going to ask my leader the right question. Why are we not among the G7 nations? We can't be. Why are we not? What do they have that we don't have? How did they do it? So that we can begin to ask. And any leader that doesn't have that IQ should not be there. Call for it. I don't know what I can say this more. Any leader that cannot think in this manner must not be there. And if you see one, tell him to get out. Tell Oboriwori to get out. It's not one of them. Oboriwori doesn't have a clue. I've never seen Oboriwori. You see, even when he came, he was more useless. But now he's getting a little better. But Oboriwori can only give you this kind of what is on the right. You know, give you bridges and all this. But hey, sir, that's not what catapulted. That's not what made Japan. That's not what I make China what it is. It's not that made Egypt what it is. Go and find out, sir. Oboriwori is behind. We can be a $1 trillion economy. And I can't, every day, when I talk about it, some of you think it's a joke. What is this man talking about? You see, the Bible says, as your mind conceive, you will get. When this man was talking, I'm going to make Egypt the Japan of the Middle East. He has not started, but he has a vision. You know why my vision is real? I know God gave us the best land. He gave us the best resources, the best of human being. And today we have AI. It's not as if we are still very much behind. How can we not be thinking well? How can we not be projecting ourselves? How can we not be having a destination? Our destination, the destination of Israel was to go to Canaan. Our destination is to make Nigeria a new heaven. The heaven that will be $1 trillion economy for Delta State in the year 2025, year 45. Nigeria will be a $100 trillion economy by the year 2045. All these things are possible if you believe, and not only believe and work towards it. But you need the right leader. You need a Moses, not Oboriwori. You need a Moses, not Tinubu. I don't have the answers, but you can tell. And maybe you can even help to mold the Moses. Oboriwori could be molded to become somebody great. He's not that stupid. If we all put hands together and make Oboriwori suffer, we push him hard, kick his ass every day. That if the church is no more praise him, if you traditional ruler no more praise him like a fool, if the journalists no more praise him, and we now ask him, Oboriwori, why are we not having a $1 trillion economy? Why are you creating bridges? When we can be this, when we can be that, Oboriwori would have changed. So the reason Oboriwori is doing what he's doing is because of you and me. I can tell you the sin is not on me because I'm doing my best. I've been able to reveal on this platform that we can be a $1 trillion economy in no time. What are you doing about it? Is it that you don't believe? Then God will be very angry, because God created you and gave you more than he gave any other nation. Now it's going to be winter soon in England, where we cannot more, we dress well, otherwise you're dead. You don't have that problem in Nigeria. You have the best weather from January to December. You have summer, you can walk, you can do anything. You have solar, you have water, you have everything. In fact, Nigeria don't have excuse. Ethiopia was having problem with water. They didn't even have water to water their plant. Nigeria, everywhere you turn is river. You can water your plant and grow crops. Animals can survive. What is your excuse? And God gave you oil. He gave you the people. Why are we not a $1 trillion economy? Ask this man. You guys just sit down and you go. I know many people now. Endorsement is coming. And now with this fake, with ChatGPT now, they're gonna put their face. Oh, we support it. My friend tell me, say, they write one book about a leader at my place. He say, wait till I get to talk. I ask her, hello, my friend, they laugh. He say, don't worry. I know you will never support. No, because it's something difficult for me to say I support him. But I will not support because I'll be misleading him or her. I don't mislead because the sin is on us. If you don't remember today, remember what the Chris said on this show. That if you praise somebody anyhow, and that person make mistake, the sin is on you, not on the person. I don't know. Girl, when it's not say, if they make your wife they make mistake, you they help her. In fact, by the time she turned out to be a vampire, now you go first kill. Opuriwori right now is a waste of space. Opuriwori, you know, I'm not afraid of you. You are a waste of space. Not because of the things you have done, but because of the things you could have done. And I said, we could have been the Japan. In fact, we should be feeding the whole of the of West Africa from the product from Niger State. You see that place, that state called Niger. Only Niger State have the potential to feed the whole of Africa. The last time I checked, Niger State is more well blessed than Holland. Holland is making about 100 billion from agric export every year. People in Niger State don't have food to eat. And you're praising the governor, right? You're praising Tinubu. The sin is on you. Me, with my big tip leaf, I go cost them, And maybe I'm the best thing that ever happened to them. When I was telling Okowa, I'm going to be the best man, you will remember me. You know, remember. Today, Okowa, they remember me. Go meet her for back. And all these people that help Okowa to fail, when I don't there again, now I want to deal with una now. That una chance, all these commission I want to return, we go to deal with those Okowa boys now. Because now don't ruin one government finish, now they ruin the other one. We need to talk, my people. Do not keep quiet. You see, all you can really do is really say the right thing. God didn't say you should go and fight. In this modern world, you don't need to carry gun. You just need to say the right thing. Can you, at least if you cannot say the right thing, can you keep quiet? If you don't know the right thing to say, can you shut up your dirty mouth? Maybe you need to read the Bible and know the implication of when you mislead people. That's what you are doing. You guys are misleading Tinubu. You are misleading Governor Boriwori, misleading our governors. Now, I come to Ghana, I never see any weak local government chairman like my own. Go to Ethiopia West, I never see any weak local government chairman like that one. They're praising him. They're praising him. I don't even know what he's doing there. Anyway, listen, I'm not too close. But if I ever write my pen on you, sir, I will not even come to you like an article. I will use Freedom of Information as to demand things from you. I wrote one and I abandoned it. I wrote again and I abandoned it. Guys, want to not make people the best. Now, this is the funniest thing. The Nigeria as we are now, there's a lot we all can do. I said, number one, we can do. Number one, I'm going to tell you two things today. Number one we can do is say the right thing, correct the person, curse him if need be, and praise him when he's doing the right thing. Praise him. But don't be a praise singer. You are not helping him. In fact, I said to them, most of my people supporting the Ibori at home, I said, "Natisa, they help Oga. The man go sing for our present." When I make some comment behind, they say, you can't say it. Okay, I don't go talk. But you know what I do? I don't praise him. Because I think there are so many things the man could have done. He's not doing it. If I cannot talk about it in a negative way, I won't praise him. That's me. Because I don't want to be among those that mislead him into hell. You guys are pushing him into hell. And the sin is upon both of you. And now let's come to think about it. We can choose to say to Boribori the right thing. And imagine if 1 million Delta people today begin to tell Boribori the truth. Boribori, just in case you guys don't know the truth, this is the truth for me. Everybody will have his own truth. But dispute my own. My own truth is that Delta State could become a $1 trillion US economy. Not be all these stupid bridges when Boribori they construct. And that is not magic. It's something that is achievable. If he doesn't get it, then he's not qualified to be governor of Delta State. If that is not your truth, then you can go against it. But if it's your truth and you cannot say this, that God will answer you. Now you heard the truth. God will not forgive you. And now this is another part of it, which is quite interesting. I'm going to spend a few minutes on this because I have only about 15 minutes. So maybe I should spend the rest 15 minutes talking about this very important thing. The Nigerian law right now says there's one loophole. The people in the House of Rep, they pass it into law. They call it the Freedom of Information Act. Journalists know this. Lawyers know this. If you guys don't know, please consult the next journalist, the next lawyer that the Chris is always here to answer phone calls. I may not do it for you, but I will be able to advise you. The law says that you have the right to ask anybody, any public authority, to give you information on how the certain things is going on. Let me give you a very good example. I've prepared the letter. My people forced me not to submit it. You know, my uncle, he's a very peaceful human being. If I meet my uncle, if I know anybody, when he be that God, my uncle that God, he will just say, just ignore them. You understand? That's why I'm still where I am. Let me tell you the story about my uncle. About this one. Under the Freedom of Information Act, I said to myself, okay, it was not me that said so. EFCC one time said Okowa is wanted for 1.3 trillion. It was not also. They questioned him. That was the message we got. Now the matter has died all this while. Now, as a concerned citizen, the person that runs legal supporters, I wrote and I've sent a letter to EFCC asking that, sir, could you, under the Freedom of Information Act, we want to have the situation surrounding Okowa's arrest or Okowa's invitation by your people with regard to the 1.3 trillion naira. We understand that this might not be your time, but you have DC. When you drop such a letter, nicely, you've not accused anybody. It was them that said so, that 1.3 trillion is missing. Now, as a concerned citizen, you are asking, where's that money? Is it true that it was a mistake? If it is, then tell us. As a concerned citizen, as an NGO, you can write. As an individual, you can write. As a kingdom, you can write. Ogara Airline Forum, you now fit write. You know what happened? The EFCC have 7 days to respond. If they don't, you can give them another 31 days. If they don't, you can take them to court, demanding EFCC to release that immediately. And the court will welcome you. Do you get what I said? Let me give another example. I was trying to talk to the chairman of my LI forum because I owe them because they were with me when I lost my dad. I was not in town. They did everything for me. So I'm quiet sometimes. I cannot even insult them because they are like, I owe them. But hey, I wrote to the chairman. I said, sir, now look at our local government. You are Ugara Airline Forum. I'm using my community now. You can use your community. This is what I wrote. This is my work. This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm troublesome. Maybe that's who I am. And I asked my chairman, sir, look at this local government. Look at the place. I can't see anything. We heard so amount of money is coming. This and this. Please, let us look for a very genuine question to ask. You know, this is what in fact, the letter I prepared there, if the chairman receive I for not the sleep. And if you try me, let me go frustrate him for that place. If I read the tune of my letter, this is what I wrote to the chairman of Ethiopia West. Okay, if you make me verse, you go receive my letter. Just to know, say, I can be trouble. So when they press me down like this, thank God, you know I can be trouble. This is what I said. I said, we are currently, as an NGO, we are currently carrying out a research on the activities of how local government can improve the lives of people in local areas. We have picked on Ethiopia West as a case study. Accordingly, we would like to have some information on how much we receive and how the money is being spent for a period of 6 months in order for us to be able to draw a logical conclusion. Accordingly, based on the Freedom of Information Act, we respectfully request you to give us those information as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Signed Daddy Chris on behalf of legal supporters. Look, but too. See, when you write that letter I said now, if you cannot write, just follow the little things I just said. Adapt it to your local. It is your right. And the local government, the moment they receive my letter, they have 7 days to respond. Now, if they cannot respond within the 7 days, it's understandable. The law gives them another 31 days to respond. If they don't, my lawyer boys will be happy to pounce on you. They will be in court with you. You just want to feed them then, because they're going to be on your case, sir. Now, if you follow what I'm saying, can't you see how much we can do rather than praise them? No, but you don't want my wahala. If not, I go only say the first contract, when you sign for that money, for that bridge, when you sign. We thank you very much for doing that great job, sir. You are one of the best governors we've ever seen. That's what we do. This is what we expect. Even though we don't agree with you in terms of vision, but I quite like it. But in order for us to be able to assess, because we are doing social research on social place, and we would like to have some information regarding this kind of bridge, how much it will cost, in order to help to advise future policymakers. Accordingly, we will respectfully request under the Freedom of Information Act for you to release the information that concerning the bridge, how it was agreed on, the tender sent out, and how the money has been paid, and how much has been paid down to completion. We'll be very happy to receive that as soon as possible. If Oborivori don't respond, then they have problem with me. Because by law, it's not even me now. By law, I'm not saying it's not by that decree. By the Nigerian law, under the Freedom of Information Act, they have 7 days to respond. If they don't, they have another 31 days, which is the cool-off period, for them to respond. If they don't, you take them to court. What am I saying? You see, there are so many ways you can make this man sit up than to praise the man to death. The kings, if the decrees could do it with my NGO, why can't a king correct what is going on in the community? Why can't a journalist correct what is going on in the community? Why can't a church as a body ask questions and correct what is going on? If we correct these people, they will sit up. By the time Oborivori knows that every money is spending, that the decrease is at the corner, he's going to ask, listen, I'm well connected, though. I work with Transparency International. I don't want to bring this shame. There are certain things I don't want to even present to them. They only write to me and I'll be laughing. Because I will not be the one, not be corrupt pass. For me, I want to focus on productivity. No, your corruption. If I want to fight corruption, bros, we'll go fight too. I swear, if I want to fight corruption, as I raise the matter for Nigeria, I will sue you on the international stage. But I don't do that now. Because I don't think that is what we need to do. But if you think that the people praising you, they are helping you, then you're inviting my fight. I will come. And when I come, you will not say you do not say I told you. Now when we're doing this is how we draw it. Oh, peacemaker, help me draw my when we did secondary school. I was doing my final fine art. He said, do not say I told you. God bless you, sorry, Pastor Sonny. God bless you. You understand? You see, we cannot encourage them and expect a different result. Our pastors can do differently. Our kings can do. Our community, what did I say? Ogara Airline Forum. Yeah, now, bros. So I know if you talk. Like I said, now I help me very much. I do well. But hey, we can do better. You cannot sit down there and this include. No, the last time I write, I'll be the right for that matter. I want to ask question, my brother. My people, they just want me now. Go forget. So that's to tell you, I get people when they press me down here. My uncle na number one. That man, if you see the article, you're not ever release them. Most of the article I release, now he don't vent and finish. Ask. You know what I'm saying? We can do better, my people. We can correct these people. In fact, these people are not infallible. I don't think there's any law that says that there are one person that created them that said they cannot make mistake. But if you allow them to make mistake, they are dragging everybody down. Oboriwori is a monumental failure. And this one doesn't mean he has not done anything right. His vision is too myopic. For the 21st century, for Delta State potential, he is too low. It is relative. And you might not agree. You can praise him if you genuinely believe that. But I cannot, because this is the Delta State I see. I see a Delta State that is worth $1 trillion US. And we're going to be big. We can look like Dubai. We have all it takes to be like Dubai. And that is what I see. I don't know about what you see. How can you be praising him for constructing bridges? And we're not going to get there by mistake. China didn't get there by mistake. India didn't get there by mistake. And I have shared this with you. Egypt, today they are constructing a new city. The days of Nasser of Egypt, they didn't get there by mistake. Are you praying to God to come and get there by mistake? Now God will give your wife belly. May God punish. Go to stop God from me. Go to on Sunday and disturb God. Not because you are disturbing God. I pray that we wake up from our slumber for this meeting. For me, Oboriwori, if you don't get my message, get it now. If I have my way, I'll be a man like you. You will not come back as governor. I cannot change it, but I will do my own bit. Hoping that you will change. The day you will change, I don't care. The good thing is I don't even have anybody who wants to be governor that I would be able to support. I say this is the right person. You understand? Because I can't see Baba Boru, he don't tire. So the rest, I not even see one contest. However, I will not support you in this blind movement. You are blind. And you're leading us like a blind man. We're going to fall in a pit. The pit will have been too long. But I can question you. Like I just explained today. I am trained to question people. I am in a position to ask the right question. That's why I titled today's show, It is Time to Ask the Right Question. That's the title of today's show, Asking the Right Question. I am in a position to do so. But I can do it nicely, and I've done some by writing to you peacefully. I will do it legally using the Freedom of Information Act. And if you push me, I will put you at the international stage. Just for those of you that doesn't even understand, if I really want to fight corruption, the new law now we are fighting for at the international court is for to be able to prosecute leaders who knowingly or unknowingly constitute to death. Let me explain this. The money that was supposed to use to construct hospital, you convert the money to yourself. As a result, many people have died because of lack of medical care. If we can prove that that money you use it, the money is supposed to go to hospital, you cannot be held for crime against humanity, and you can go in for the rest of your life. let me explain this. So you are not even free because I didn't do it. So you don't physically need to kill people for you to go in for it. By the time your action or inaction cause poverty, cause starvation, cause people to die, cause suffering, because when you cause starvation, children will be going on the road, going to Egypt, trying to cross the sea. Most of them are dead. If they trace it to you, you as a leader will be held accountable. Gone are the days when they wait for until you carry gun like warlord before you be held on the international stage. That's why we're saying now. That's the only way we're going to be able to correct the activities of people like the Tinubu, of them, because they think they are doing the right thing. But until the law says no, you have to make the right decision. Because if any decision you make, if it causes people death, causes people suffering, you'll be found wanting for crime against humanity. That's where we're pushing. It's not going to be too long before it becomes a law. If you imagine that, Okowa, have you made mistake? Have you made any law that cause people to suffer? If you do so, you will be held accountable. So all those cheap thing, a time will come, you guys will not be able to get away with it. But let's leave that for another day. Listen, my name is Daddy Chris, and I try to end the show here today because today's show is a little bit very difficult one. But the message is simple. Stop praising. Ask the right question. Stop praising rubbish. Please stop it. Because these people, they need your guidance. They need your support to become a better governor. Tinubu and Oboriwori have failed because Nigeria allowed them to fail. Let me repeat that. Tinubu and Oboriwori has failed because you, the journalists, allowed them to fail. You, the traditional ruler, allowed them to fail. You, the student bodies, allowed them to fail. We allowed them to fail. You, the religious leader, you guys allowed them to fail because you've been praising them and you're still praising them till today. How will God forgive you? Today we are in trouble. Look at our nation. $100 trillion US economy reduced to rebels. Tinubu, in case you don't know, this is my vision for Nigeria. 100 trillion by 2045. If you don't have the vision, get out of the way. Let somebody who can do this. And like I said, it's not even about election now, but this is the time to save Nigeria. Let me remind Nigerians again. When I started this show, I reminded those of us in the Niger Delta what Isaac Boro went through. I want to remind you all that Abiola died for this democracy that you are ringing every day. This election, when you ring, so now the death of Abiola, blood was sacrificed for it. This was not his dream. Thank you very much for joining me. We're going to do this again and again. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is what I do. Show is called State of the Nation. Tomorrow I'll be here to do the end of the week, which is the weekly bulletin. Listen, my job is to annoy you. If you're annoyed, I'm happy. If you're not annoyed, then I'm not doing my job. Thank you for doing this. I'll join you guys tomorrow. God bless you. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 58